Good evening, Joseph McAllister, 194 Mountain Way. I want to thank both candidates for coming out this evening and giving the public and voters an opportunity to see more closely where you stand on issues. And you're seeking our vote. And it would be remiss if I didn't say that in this last election, the betrayal of the public's confidence in the electoral process was deeply betrayed. We need to trust in this process of the electoral process. We need to know the electoral process is exactly what supports and grants us our rights under the Constitution and gives us those earned privileges of the ordinances. So when you characterize what happened in the last election as impropriety or procedural deficiencies, I find offensive because these are Class 3 criminal acts. You have
a question or a speech?
Out of, I'm talking. You can get online if you want to speak. So what I would like to ask is, if we know that there are several people, one of which I find the most offensive is that we had a sitting council president who is being investigated for this act of vote of somebody living out of the country. So my question to you is, both of you, give me 3 reasons why you believe you earned a vote.
Why do I believe that I earned a vote?
3 reasons why I should vote for you, 3 reasons why I should vote for you.
Oh, the one reason why I think you should vote for me, I have a lot of experience in government. The second reason I think you should vote for me, because I've felt and I feel that I won that election. You know, like I said, I mean, you know, I didn't, you know, nobody voted for me from out of town that I knew. And the third reason you should vote for me is because, you know, I pay a lot of taxes in town, and just like you do, and I think that I will work very hard for the taxpayers of Rutherford.
I think the first reason that I would ask for your vote is because I'm indebted to this community. This is a place where I grew up. This is a place where I purchased my first home. I believe in Rutherford, and through the different activities and involvement I've had, I feel, and of course, in April of last year, I mean, when you decide that you run because you feel that you're the best candidate. And and it's no knock on anyone else, but if you don't feel that you're the best candidate, then you have no business running. So I think that would be the number one reason, is that you know, I am indebted to this community, and number two is that I will listen to your concerns. I don't care. You know, I mean, you could walk out this room and you say, well, I'm not going to vote for him, but you know, maybe he'll be a good council person. That's fine. Or you could say, I'm going to vote for him. You could say, I don't really care for him. But you know what? At the end of the day, if you have a concern and you know, you think that I can help you as a council person, the door is always open. And I'm open to any suggestions from whoever it may be, whether you're a Democrat, you're a Republican, Green Party, Blue Party, whatever. I want to hear your concerns. And I'm an extension of the citizens of Rutherford. And the third reason, you know, I do have, you know, and I know sometimes age comes into question and things of that nature, but you know what, I do have government experience. You know, whether or not people agree with some of the, you know, with the board or whatever it may be, you know, I do have government experience. I've worked hard. I have experience writing legislation. I understand the process. I understand what it's like to have relationships with people on the state and county level. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, especially given this time when you know, when we have a budget shortfall, we need all the help we can get. So even having that little bit of a door open, although I won't be there much longer, relationships there, and it's a job that I've valued, and it's, you know what, it's been a springboard, and it's helped me get to this point. And for that, I'm very grateful, and I'm also very grateful for the new opportunity that I'll be getting, you know, with Cinesport, which will also be more business oriented and trying to attract new business there. So those would be the 3 reasons that I would have for why anyone should vote for it.
Next question.
Hi, Alderman Bowen. This should be actually a very easy question, so you should appreciate this. You both mentioned taxes as a top priority, but I'd like to hear a specific, and I'd like a specific answer in this format. I have an action plan of X. It will save the borough or increase revenue in my projection by Y amount of dollars. Caveat, it should be over $200,000, either direction. And I believe this can be implemented and come to fruition by Z amount of time. Okay? That's the first. I have one little follow-up question there too. I hear a lot of things that you guys agree on. I want to hear something that you disagree on, so I can distinguish between you guys. Because right now I can't.
Well, have you, just because our time is running short, maybe try and keep your answers fairly succinct.
You're asking me, do I have an idea, any idea to save the borough Rutherford money? All right. Buying, we spent $100 and I think it's $25,000 on our trees to be taken away to the garbage dump. We had the whole Meadowlands back there. I would buy one of those, and I don't know if we could do it with another town, but buy one of those, it's called a hopper or something, a shredder, to shred the stuff that we have, sell the mulch back to the landscapers. But that's a start. I mean, we could save that money, $125,000, $150,000, and make money on it.
As far as direct impact on our taxes, I think the one thing, as I've said previously, is that before I can say we have to do this, we have to do that, we have to examine every department, and we have to understand what is the most cost-effective way to get our services done. So for me to say that I think we can do this, without having any, validity to my statement, I think is kind of difficult for me to answer. I do believe, though, that by having a borough administrator, I can kind of kick ideas around and see kind of what sticks. And I think that's something that I stressed earlier. But we need to have a borough administrator that council people can say, hey, I have this concern. Maybe we could try this, or a resident said to me we could try this. And at that point, then I'll be able to have a call to action.
The follow-up question was, and it's also something someone texted to us, what's the difference between you two?
I'm not I have no ties on any side of the aisle. I have no relatives that work for Rutherford. Nobody's going to control me, and I'm gonna vote for stuff that I feel that's going to benefit Rutherford. And at the end of the day, whoever don't like it, well, they can't do nothing to me. I'm my own man. I have a lot of experience. And when I say I'm a conservative, I am. And I will find ways to save money for Rutherford. And if I am elected and I don't do the things that I say I'm going to do or try,